She's like, hey, I got this idea. It's kind of crazy. And she played it for me. And I was like, oh my gosh, I love it. And it was only the first half. That hard side is a little taste of what we plan is coming for next year. Knock on wood back here. This awesome special. I can't wait for people to see it. It's really heartwarming, and I'm not going to give anything away, but
people are calling Skillet's brand new Christmas song demonic. Yes, a Christmas hymn. The internet took one look at their heavy remake of O Come, Emmanuel and exploded with rumors, debates, and wild accusations. But while some listeners are convinced the band crossed a line, John Cooper is firing back with a reaction nobody expected. And the craziest part? The controversy didn't hurt the song, it sent it skyrocketing.
Yeah, I have a friend of mine who was telling me when all this controversy started, and I said, what's it about? And she said, short version, people are stupid.
But that's only the beginning of this story. Before the backlash even started, Skillet was already stepping into new territory. After more than 2 decades of releasing some of the most recognizable rock anthems in the world, the band decided to do something they had never attempted: a full Christmas recording. Not a remix, not a quick holiday bonus track, an actual, heartfelt reinterpretation of O Come, Emmanuel. And that choice alone surprised longtime fans.
And we got to show the music video for the Christmas song we did. This kind of started for us about maybe a little bit of a year ago. Some of our fans started saying, when are you going to do a Christmas song? And I had never considered doing a Christmas song because of the way I sing. I don't think it'd be that good. And but I was like, maybe we should. And about 3 months ago, I could see my wife Corey. She's like, hey, I got this idea. It's kind of crazy. And she played it for me. And I was like, oh my gosh, I love it. And it was only the first half.
Skillet isn't exactly known for soft, candlelit music, so the idea of them taking on a hymn immediately raised curiosity. Why now? Why this song? And why go in so boldly? The move wasn't random. For months, fans had been asking the band when they'd finally make a Christmas song, and inside the studio, the idea kept building.
So anyway, so we did that, and it was a lot of fun. The fans love it. It was, for Skillet, an instant kind of, big song for us. It was very exciting. But yeah, then all of a sudden there was this crazy, I mean, the internet is
wild.
The internet can be such a weird place. What you're getting into is just people that feel that you have taken something sacred and made it really evil. So for it's been a long time since we've been called like satanic, but we got called satanic and demonic and all this other stuff. And I was laughing because it's a Christmas hymn. It's not just a Christmas song, it's a hymn. So it was kind of interesting. And unfortunately, sometimes you see kind of the worst of people on the internet, so I didn't really get mad. I was just more like perplexed. And so we commented on it, and I just said, look, I'm not mad at anybody. You don't have to like it. I don't even mind if you think it's demonic. It's not. I'll never change your mind. You're not going to change somebody's mind on X. It ain't going to happen. So it is what it is. But you're right. It helped the song shoot up. So bring it on.
John Cooper's wife, Corey, quietly started experimenting with sounds, layering ideas, and shaping a version that didn't just repeat tradition, it reimagined it. By the time the band heard the early demo, it was clear this wasn't going to be a typical holiday release. They wanted something emotional, dramatic, cinematic, and unmistakably Skillet.
We came out a little early, but we had to, because if we didn't, all the other stuff was going to come out. In fact, 5 days later, Shine Down comes out, and now who's the other band that just came out that's crushing it up? Bad Omens just came out. I'm like, we got to come out before those kind of acts so we can slide in. So it's a little early, but at the end of the day, I've always wanted to make music for all kinds of people. I want music to help people, help get them through bad times, and really, especially if people see the video for this song, go on YouTube. Okay.
So when the track finally dropped, it wasn't just another seasonal release sitting in a long playlist of calm Christmas covers. It was a statement, a risk, a moment where the band pushed into unfamiliar territory while still keeping the essence of who they are. Fans flooded in immediately, praising the boldness, the creativity, and the emotional punch of the arrangement.
We all have either been in that position, or, sorry to say, everybody, you will be in that position one day. Life is very difficult, and it is broken, and people are hurting, and music helps people. And so I just think at the end of the day, you got to spread that really good message, give people hope, and we're seeing so many comments. Not exaggerating, thousands of comments about this is really helping me because my mom is in the hospital. Somebody said, I just spent 3 months with my child in the hospital and my child didn't make it, and this song is what I need. I mean, people are suffering all over the world. This isn't news to people, but when you're not specifically suffering, sometimes it's hard to imagine the depth. I mean, imagine these kids, these parents of these kids in St. Jude and the things these kids are going through. When you're not in that situation, it can be hard to be empathetic. And so at the end of the day, people that don't understand rock music will never understand rock music, and they don't have to. Who cares? Who cares if they get it or not? People that love rock music know that it helps you. It gets you through bad times. It gives you that energy. And when most rock fans hear rock music, they don't feel, I don't know, anger and hatred. That's not actually what most people that love rock music, it's usually the opposite. They makes them feel better, not worse. And people that don't, love rock music just don't get it, and they don't have to.
The timing only added to the excitement. Skillet released the track right as the holiday season began to heat up, before other major bands started releasing their own music, giving them a massive head start. But just as the excitement began building, another wave started forming, one that no one was expecting. And that's where the story takes a sharp turn. When listeners pressed play for the first time, they were met with something almost disarming. The song opened softly, gentle vocals, a slow build, and the familiar warmth of a classic hymn. For a moment, it feels like Skillet is playing it safe, giving people exactly what they expect from a Christmas cover.
We're currently working on new music, new non-Christmas music at the moment. And so that has taken up a lot of our time, but I will just kind of leave it.
But halfway through, everything flips. The guitars slam in A, the drums hit with full force, and the peaceful hymn transforms into a dramatic, crushing wall of sound that feels more like an arena rock battle cry than a holiday lullaby. That sharp contrast caught people off guard. To many fans, it was powerful, emotional, and goosebump-inducing. But for others, that heavy drop felt too intense, too dark, and too unfamiliar for a sacred song. That's the exact moment where admiration from some collided with outrage from others, setting the stage for the controversy that was about to explode. It didn't take long before the comments section turned into a battlefield. A small but very loud group of critics claimed Skillet had taken something sacred and twisted it into something dark, unholy, and even demonic. Some accused the band of disrespecting a hymn, while others insisted that the heavy cinematic break somehow corrupted the meaning of the song. The more the video spread, the more dramatic the accusations became, people calling the band satanic, attacking their faith and insisting the song crossed spiritual lines. What made it even stranger was the contradiction. Skillet has spent decades openly sharing messages of hope, faith, and resilience. Yet suddenly, they were being painted as villains for adding electric guitars to a Christmas hymn. The internet can turn anything into a storm, and this time, the spark was Skillet's own holiday release. But as the noise kept growing, John Cooper decided it was time to respond, and the way he did it caught everyone off guard. When the controversy reached its peak, John Cooper didn't lash out, get defensive, or start an argument. Instead, he responded with a mix of humor, clarity, and straight-up honesty that instantly shifted the tone. He explained that he wasn't angry, not even close. What he felt was more confusion than anything else. To him, the accusations didn't make sense. They were performing a Christmas hymn, not summoning shadows from the underworld. He even joked about how strange it was to suddenly be labeled satanic after years of using music to lift people up. But behind the humor, he made something very clear. People are free to dislike the song, free to think it's too heavy, and free to disagree with the creative choices. What he wasn't going to do was argue on the internet, because as he put it, nobody changes their mind on social media. And the irony, the backlash only pushed the song higher, sending it surging in views and comments. With that simple, level-headed response, John showed that the outrage didn't break him, it boosted him. But the situation was about to reveal something even deeper. As the noise online kept getting louder, John pointed people back to what truly mattered, the heart behind the song. The music video wasn't just a flashy performance or a dramatic Christmas remake. It carried a message that hit thousands of viewers directly in the gut. It opens with John singing beside an empty hospital bed, a quiet image that says more than any lyric ever could. For many fans, that moment wasn't about controversy at all. It was about grief, hope, and the painful reality of watching someone you love struggle. Comments began pouring in from people who had just lost parents, from families with children in long-term care, and from listeners who spent months in hospital rooms praying for a miracle. To them, the heavy sound wasn't dark, it was powerful. It was the intensity of real life, the chaos of fear, and the desperate hope that keeps people moving through impossible moments. John reminded everyone that rock music has always been a lifeline, not a threat, and that emotional weight is exactly what makes it so meaningful. And as more fans shared their stories, it became clear that the song was doing far more good than critics ever expected. At the heart of this entire conversation is John Cooper's unwavering belief that music should should stand for something real. He's never been afraid to push back against labels, criticism, or the pressure to tone it down, and this moment just reinforces that. To him, art isn't supposed to be safe or watered down. It's supposed to spark reaction, reflection, and sometimes even controversy. So while some critics rush to call the new track demonic, Cooper sees it as the opposite, a wake-up call, a spotlight on the chaos and moral confusion of today's world. Instead of backing down, he's doubling down on Skillet's mission, making music that challenges listeners, confronts darkness, and carries a message of strength and resilience. Whether people agree or disagree, one thing's certain: John Cooper isn't bending, and this song is only fueling the fire of conversation Skillet has ignited for years. As the controversy spreads, fans have taken over the conversation, turning comment sections, forums, and social media threads into a non-stop debate. Longtime Skillet supporters are rallying behind John Cooper, praising him for standing his ground and refusing to let outside voices twist the meaning of the band's message. Many are calling the new song one of Skillet's boldest moves in years, saying its intensity and lyrics are exactly what they've been waiting for. On the other side, critics continue to push their claims, which only fuels the momentum even more. The buzz is now bigger than the song itself. People who never listened to Skillet before are checking it out just to see what the drama is about. And ironically, that controversy has turned into free promotion, driving streams, reactions, and new discussions every day. Whether the reaction is love, hate, or curiosity, one thing is clear: the song has become a cultural spark, and fans are making sure it stays in the spotlight. And that wraps up the full story behind the controversy, the reactions, and John Cooper's bold response. No matter what side people take, this moment proves one thing: Skillet isn't just releasing music, they're creating conversations. The debate, the passion, the intensity, it all shows how powerful a single song can be when it hits the world at the right time. If you enjoyed this breakdown and want more deep dives into the biggest music stories, make sure you like, subscribe, and drop a comment telling us what you think about the new track. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned, because there's always more happening behind the music.